Hey, it's Damien from Oz. I wanted to talk to you today about the state of the news and why it annoys me. If you want to go watch the news, it's on now at 6 o'clock. Number one, this word here, crisis. It's always a frigging crisis. There's a financial crisis. There's an airline crisis. There's a humanitarian crisis. There's a football crisis. It's always crisis, crisis, crisis. You know, the sun's going to come up tomorrow. Okay? Secondly, everyone's favourite news website, which isn't really news, even though it's news.com.au. It gets thrown around a lot on internet forums. I personally don't read it, but I do find links to it all the time, and I always cringe every time I log on. So here's a headline. Here's some of the headlines anyway that were there. Cliff Richard sex crime questioning. Okay, he's been questioned. I don't know whether he's guilty, whether he's innocent. He hasn't been prosecuted yet. Shut up until he has been. You know? Here's another one. What happened to this guy's face? I don't care what happened to this guy's face. He's a fucking nobody. And then I keep scrolling down, there's some more. Footballer dies after being struck by object. We're getting poorer. I'm into diversity. I kill everybody. The government loses $5 billion. And someone was sexually assaulted at 40,000 feet. So I keep scrolling down. And there's more, obviously. So I get down and down and down. And then at the bottom of the page, they have the nerve to tell us to quit your whinging, Australia. Quit your whinging. Don't you fucking tell me to quit whinging, you just wound me up for 10 minutes. The fact is, we do have it good. We live in a beautiful country, we've got plenty of opportunity here, great restaurants, clean drinking water, most of us have a warm bed and hot coffee. But we're bombarded with this doomsday garbage everywhere we look, it's insane. And who could forget news at 6? You've been at work all day, you come home, and you're going to watch news at 6. You've been looking at news all day while you should have been working. That's half our economy, half the offices. News.com, that's all people do. Take a walk around a fucking office. No, I'm sorry, it's not the policy. I can't do it. It's not approved. Can you say that again? I was reading about James Hurd. I'm sure if you're the boss, they'll minimise it, but it's going on all the time. There's a reason Peter Hitchen is laughing a lot more these days, and it's because they've extended the 6 p.m. news from half an hour to an hour so they can pad it out with stories about jumping hippos and fluffy cats. He's actually sitting there going, I can't believe I'm being paid to read this shit. If we want to balance the budget, forget the $7 co-payment, let's just implement a bullshit tax. Done. Anyway, moving on, after you got your daily dose of news, we move on to the weather, the 6:30 weather, or as Channel 9 likes to call it, Lavinia's weather. Lavinia's weather? You own the weather now, Channel 9? It's good thing Mother Nature died a long time ago, she'd be suing your ass. And not only have they claimed ownership on the weather, they don't even give you the weather.
And Pete, today was the 5th day in a row that it turned 15 degrees before 12 p.m. that also coincided on days where the Queen wore yellow.
Shut up. No one gives a shit. Here's a smartphone. It tells me the weather instantly. It's going to be hot today, it's going to be cold today, I need an umbrella today. And it tells me as soon as I wake up. And why do you even want to go on about the current temperature anyway? The day's over and we're wasting it watching you. I did a media detox a few months ago. I switched off the television, and whenever I entered a room where the news was on, I'd leave. I'd put headphones in or something. And, there's only so much we can take, so much negative we can take. And if you're not in a position to do anything about it, why know about it? I mean, you need to be informed, but not informed on pure negative. Don't subject yourself to it. And it's time to shut out all that irrelevant white noise. Stop clicking all the clickbait. Focus on what's positive in your life and practical things that you can do to make your life, your neighbour's life, your friend's life better. That's all you can do. No more. Buy ethical, be responsible, use less water, save money, help people in need, but don't wallow in pity. And don't listen to their trash. They get paid way too much. And I really think that it's time we just switch that fuck off and let TV like this die. Tell me in the comments below, take the challenge, and tell me how much better you feel after not watching news for 2 months. 2 months. And then tell me how you feel. Guarantee you, you'll feel better. Till next time.